QuailOS.com. Welcome to the live stream.
Hey guys, Monday, June 1st. My name is Christian, I'm with Undique, and this is the QuailOS TV live stream, which we have every Monday right now. So welcome to the stream. I want to dive straight in and show you what's new on QuailOS. In case you watch this on YouTube, leave us a like and thumbs up please, that helps with the algorithm. And you can leave chat messages there. I gonna keep my eyes on the chat a little bit as well in case you have any questions. And let's dive right in. I'm down here, you can see me, great. So this is QuailOS TV. Welcome to our Monday show. I hope you had an awesome weekend. I definitely did. It was the engagement party of my brother-in-law this weekend and we had a lot of fun. And I am a little bit wrecked today. Busy shipping day today. Yeah, it was a long weekend. The weather is still good. Even had some live birds going out with my business. So things are good. But let's get into the news. What's new in QuailOS? What is QuailOS? QuailOS is farm management software. You can get it now also on the Android store. We do have the option that you can install it like an app as well for iPhone, for Android, but the new feature what I showed last week is now available as well together with everything Quail related in the Android store. You can find it if you type in Quail Mixer. Here we go. We only have a couple of downloads now. It's new. The counter is a little bit behind of the actual numbers, but that doesn't matter. So the feature I showed last week, I can show you that on the desktop computer as well, is now available as well in the Android app. It's a native app, you can install it, and it gives you access to everything within QuailOS. So it's pretty awesome. Check it out on the Google Play Store. Now, what is that mixer? Let's have a look. I'm gonna open up another screen here. Oh, I gave away some big news as well. Well, we might as well just dive into that right now. The Quail Mixer app is actually linked in here as well. But if you look for the Quail Mixer app, it's hidden on the start page. Let me open it up. So if you go on QuailOS.com, let's do everything by order. The Mixer app, I call it the Mixer app. It's basically information about quail genetic. So I call it the genetic color mixer. You find it right on the start page and you go all the way down. Or you can also type QuailOS.com and quail-genetics and you land on this lovely colorful page. I haven't had the time yet to actually upload pictures of birds to show here. But let me explain you how it works, right? For example, I get a lot of customers asking me questions about the hatching eggs they buy from me. And I don't remember every single possibility and combination of birds because it's a lot, right? I don't know how you feel about it, but it's a lot to remember. So that's why I came up with that Mix app, and it has two options. It has the simulator here and the goal finder over there. Let's start with the simulator. So you have birds in your cage, so it would be good to identify them. If you know one of the birds is a pharaoh, for example, and you happen to have a Manchurian there as a female, right? Male-female combination here. Then you want to know what's the likelihood, what kind of offspring do I get when I breed those two types of quail? And you can do that here. You say mixed genetics down here. Genetics get calculated and the offspring probability is pretty much 100%. You're gonna get an Italian, right? Obviously with genetics there is here a little disclaimer down here, right? So if there's anything really hidden in there, it could break out. So it's not, nothing in life is 100% other than you have to pay taxes and you're gonna die eventually, right? So, but pretty close to 100% chance of offspring to get an Italian, right? Now, if I would mix the genetics again and say, oh, I already got an Italian rooster and I got an Italian hen, what's the probability there? What do I get? And here it is, right? you're only going to get about 50% Italian because the Manchurian will break out a bit, the Faro will break out a bit. So you got a nice color mix there, right? All nice colors, all the golden colors here, but a little bit of Faro too. But hey, I can never get enough of Faro anyway, right? What about you? I love those wild type birds as well. So it gives you here a little bit of information. You can share this mix. It gives you a link when you click here. There's a little thingy thingy here, and then you can copy that link, and then, depending on what computer you are, you either copy it, paste it to Facebook, or share it with a friend. I could send it to somebody right here, as you wish. So you can share the mix, and if you talk to a breeder and say, hey, I want to get this kind of combination, do you have this type of birds? Share your mix, and people can look it up and see what you have mixed here, right? So for me, it helps with my customer service a lot in my quail business. But QuailOS is not only about quail. The name, yes, is dedicated to the quail, but you can manage all kind of farm things in here. So let's have a look, right? So for me, knowledge management is important too, right? Because there's so many things to know when you have a farm. And in the old days, like when I started 6 years ago, I got a lot of information off of YouTube, which is great. And there you can, save important stuff, the videos in a link, and that's awesome. And I gathered a lot of information also on Facebook. And then there it starts. It's hard to find stuff again. Also in the YouTube video, it gets long. To find that exact spot where that piece of information you wanted to keep for yourself. It's really tricky to find that stuff. So Facebook, I find a lot of useful information on there, but to find it again is also tricky. And you know what? I got sick of it, seeing all the advertising, seeing, a lot of comments which are maybe sometimes useful, sometimes not, right? But there's a lot of good breeders out there, a lot of good farmers out there who have a lot of knowledge. And so that's what kind of motivated me. That and to be able to find stuff again motivated me to make the farm wiki. It's not loaded with a lot of advertisement. Anybody in the community can contribute, and they will be featured up here. Right now, I just uploaded a lot of my knowledge there. But you are welcome. You can create a free account right up here, and you're welcome to start contributing as well. And you will get, of course, an attribution for that. And it says here a little bit about the guidelines. But what the system does, if you have a farm user created here in QuailOS and uploaded your logo, then it will be featured here as well and on the actual knowledge you share. So it's free advertising for you. Did I say early on there's no advertising? Well, there's no stupid Facebook advertising. That's what I meant with it. But hey, if you spend some time to make a useful contribution in here, then of course you should get some attribution, right? And some kudos. So for example, something I learned over the years, I shared in here, right, about hatching. I really got the feeling for it a little bit. Maybe it's in my imagination. I actually tested it once and it was pretty spot on. By weighing the egg, you know exactly where you're at in regards to humidity control and where you are in regards to the development, right? So here's a little bit description in there. If you find it useful, you can give the creator here a little like, a little thumbs up, like on my YouTube video as well. Don't forget about it. I mean, you're watching this for free, right? But you can give the creator here, yes, it's helpful, and they will be very happy because their ranking goes up. Let me click here. You have to log in to vote, right? No anonymous voting. So log in, but they will be happy. It shows then on their on the contribution page. And you can also, when you are logged in, actually, if you spot an error or you have something to add, you can, like in the real Wikipedia, make an edit of it and submit that as well. And this way we can build together an awesome database. There's already a lot of different topics covered here, from livestock to software to bees, genetics, hatching, processing, and general farm knowledge. But together we can build here really something resourceful, great for newcomers, also good for old timers if you want to look something up. It has a little search in here. If you want to look up the Android app again, that should come up if I type it right. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, Android. Here's the Android app, right? And then you can click in here and find the link for the download for the Android app of the application you're seeing right now. It's mobile ready as well. We do a little bit more development over the summer to make every single screen looking great on the mobile app. We did the desktop in this case first. I don't really read well on small screens, so I take a little longer to fix all that. But yeah, so you get the idea. If there's any topic you're interested in, search it in the wiki. Might be not there yet. So if you do your research, you might as well, when you're logged in, create a new wiki article. You find that all in the QuailOS Office section here when you're logged in as a user. And again, it's free. Unless you upgrade later for some extra features, but no credit card needed. You just log in and off you go. So the farm wiki is right here, and you can create an article here as well, right? Takes about 24 hours to be reviewed. We want to make sure there's no spam and no false information on it as well, right? Because that's the other thing. And I had a customer once complaining that I sent her too many pointy eggs because this is where the males hatch out of, right? No. And the round ones, the females apparently, no. That's not the case. But anyway, so we really want to make sure we get good information on here, and that's why we have a review process. Takes about 24 hours. You get an email once your article is published, and then you can see how many people view it, how many people like it, and you can raise here in the top contributors. We're gonna have a giveaway as well at the end of the summer. We're gonna give away a free gold subscription for an entire year for the top contributor. So it's basically even earning money, right? If you wanted to upgrade anyway in QuailOS to get better shipping rates, if you ship labels with us, for example, shipping out your orders, or want to be featured in our farm directory, which is over here, and it keeps growing. We have now more and more people in here. All kinds. Oh, look at that pear butter, pear sauce, and pearl quail. You can find now everything on the map here. People still are a little shy. We have 38 farms right now on the map, but actually 146 farms using the software. Even one in Canada. Hi, Canada. So it's interesting to see. Don't be shy. You can get on here as well. And it's simple. You just go in your settings and you say, put me on the map down here in the settings, hit the save button, and you are then with your logo on the farm map as well. If you have an upgraded subscription, then you get more functionality, better shipping rates, more access to certain features in here. But even with the standard one, at least you're on the map. We did something cool about the map in the directory. So I recently did a AI kind of training. I went to Google in New York City, and I learned a little bit about things. So what you see now on the map is made for you, right? But we made the same version for AI, for all those guys like ChatGPT, Cloud, Grok, Gemini, all those different AI tools out there. We have installed something called an MCP server. And with that server, we basically help the AI to find information in our application, right? So the AI can log on there, find your farm, find what products you're selling if you made them public. That's done in your price list, right? You find that right up here. Price list, sales products. I can show you. I have some in here. There's your sales products. And everything you put in here is being put on the map as well. So we help people to find you, right? And yeah, it's as simple as that. And in the marketing tab, if you have an upgraded account, you can make your farm profile look nice. You can even have your customers' hatch rate shown here as well, which is customer reported, cannot be tampered with, which is pretty cool. So the that's the QuailOS Trust badge, we call it. that can be all configured in the settings. The settings tab in here in QuailOS is your most important tab. This is where all the magic is happening. Your data management, if you want to not use it anymore, we can't recover your farm, but if you press that button and then the confirmation, all is gone. But if you want to do a local backup, or if you want to remove the sample data what we install when you first sign in, right, you can remove that here. You can configure your packaging slip, how it should look like. If you are in the gold or diamond tier, you can use the MPIP, the V93 form automatization. You do the configuration in here. We file the report for you with the MPIP database when you ship eggs or live birds. And all this other good stuff is in here. If you want to run an event on your farm and sell tickets for it, you can do a integration with the payment provider Stripe. You go here on My Events, you create your event. All this stuff is in here. Check it out. It's amazing. The library is there too. It's a more curated version of the Wiki. There is stuff in there we researched for a long time. And so that's in here. Or really purpose-made videos, all that. Don't forget about the Academy, of course, if you want to learn stuff about quail, about farming, about how to promote your business. What I'm doing here right now, for example, right? I made a video to show you how to go live. Really detailed, it shows every step of the process and the finished result as well. So all that stuff you can find in here. Most of them are free. There's some paid courses as well. If you want to build your own online store and don't know how to do about it, how to do it, need some help, you can enroll in this course. Then you have one-on-one or group sessions and get help with that. So all available in QuailOS today. You can check it out. News section, I like it a lot as well. On in the Farm Times, we have not just news from QuailOS, but from all the farms connected to QuailOS with their Shopify store. There's some real cool stuff in here. Is the news archive. You get your local weather forecast. Here we go. Some great products which might be missing on your farm, right? Check this out. Oops, lost in the coop. Uh-oh. Bug alert. Yeah, I did a major upgrade this weekend, as you can see, and I'm lost in the coop. Gonna fix that tonight. Don't worry about it. But it should have brought up that specific blog post from that farm. We're gonna fix that. It's, ongoing development here at QuailOS, and you can see that ongoing development because it's not a dead software where nothing ever changes. We listen to your feedback here, and you can also vote for new developments. We just installed that, so not that many votes in here yet. But if you say, hey, I like this idea from that person here, then vote it up, and that's what we code next, right? It's really, really easy. A lot of the stuff are already deployed, but you can see what we have going on, what's in the backlog. And again, together with the release notes here as well, you see what's hatching when. What kind of new functionalities we add to QuailOS. It has a ton of functionality already, and that makes it a little trickier to find all those bugs. So in case you find a bug, just click on help and support, and please let us know here in the support ticket section. You just scroll all the way down. Let us know if you find something, or if you want to have a new functionality, as I just showed the roadmap, right? If there is something missing for your farm, which you really would love to have, your current software, your accounting software doesn't do it, or your shipping software doesn't do it, whatever you're using to manage your business, your farm, and you wish it would be there, but it isn't there, put it in here, request it as a feature. If it's a great idea, gets a couple of votes, we develop it, and then it's ready for you to use. This is how we build purposeful software which people love to use. We try not to make major changes where, like, that's what I always hated about my shipping software, right? Once you get used to it, where all the buttons are, they do a new design and everything changes and then you have to learn it all over again. That sucks, let's be honest. I don't like it. And that's why when I develop QuailOS, I try also to make sure everything stays in place as it is. Sometimes I break something. Last weekend was a tough weekend. I'm gonna fix that little link issue. But you get the idea. It stays in place as it should. Now, yeah, what else is new in QuailOS? Yeah, let's have a look. And if you go right on the landing page, I did hide that a little bit, I guess. But if you go on QuailOS.com, that's in here for you to find MPIP codes, right? Here are all MPIP codes from the MPIP database listed. If you are not sure for your quail or chicken or whatever poultry you might have, or game bird you might have, you can search here and see the different stock codes for the MPIP filing if you ship eggs or birds. But you also find a little bit more information about a specific bird, right? We can look here and get a bit of information on with the hatch date calculator, right? General information a bit. What's best for incubating this type of bird. With the Georgia Giant, I get it a lot that people send me a message after 20 days and say, hey, your eggs are bad, nothing hatched. And then I'm like, duh, should have done your research. And QuailOS makes it easy to do your research. So I point all my customers towards it. Then I have to answer less questions and can focus on what I love to do, is working with the birds. And of course, working a bit on the computer to bring this stuff to you. Now, what else we got in here? The free website check. If you already have a website out there and you want to see if it's actually good, because it might look good, but it might be missing important features like the visibility for Google, the search engines, for the AI, right? A lot of technical stuff. Did you mention MPIP on it or not? You get a farm integrity score when you enter here your website URL and the email address you send your newsletters from, because that's important too. You might send out a lot of newsletters and wonder, why is nobody buying anything? Why is nobody responding to it? If the technical setup is screwed up, then your newsletter ends up in the spam folder or in the promotions folder and nobody's gonna read it, or it doesn't even get there, right? So check it up, make sure it's working. If you need help, you get help. Find it here right on the page. You see every single report we analyze there. Takes about 30 seconds of your time, and then you really know, is your website or your web store, is it good, or is there some more improvements to be done? Okay, there's a ton of features. All features are listed in here. They are getting more and more. I personally, one of my favorites is the banking and accounting. I coded that because with my old accounting software, not that I just, wasted $50 a month on a accounting software. I found a free one once as well, but I didn't have all the features I needed. And so I spent 2 hours a month on doing the accounting for my business. Now it's about 5 minutes a month. I prefer 5 minutes over 2 hours. What about you? You hook up your bank accounts, your credit cards. It does everything magically. You set up some rules in the beginning, right? Where you say, okay, if it's, Bucky's, where you always get your gas, then in the little description field where it says Bucky's, you put in a rule and say Bucky's is always fuel. And off you go. Then that rule is saved. And on every other transaction where this is the case, it automatically classifies for your accounting, for your IRS filing at the beginning of the year, right? Gets everything ready for Schedule F as well if you do that, or if you file as a business. Regardless how you file, it's in there. Speaking of that, vehicles, right? Mileage tracker apps, they cost $10 to use or whatever on the different app stores. In QuailOS, you can use it for free. You don't even need a credit card, nothing. You can use it for free. If you are upgraded, then you can use the voice button when you sit in your truck and do a little ride to the post office or wherever you go. Then you can just log it with your voice. You don't even have to type anymore. That's what I use most. Ton of functionality. I mentioned earlier on I was shipping some eggs today. Eggs as well, plenty of them. No, I shipped some live birds to Los Angeles today. So the good egg, bad egg risk check is super useful. Let me show you that in action. I have here a test environment. Let's see if it works in the test environment here. So you type in your address. Let's say I want to ship to Texas today. You put in your dimensions. They should be accurate, right? Otherwise you underpay or overpay. Neither is good. And then you click and get your rates. And while we do that, we also look at the destination weather based on that zip code in here, right? Okay, air quality alert. I'm not too worried about if I ship live birds. What I'm more worried about is looking at the weather, right? Here the other risk assessment now popped up as well. Okay, that specific address I never shipped to before, so it's unknown. If any of our farms shipped to that address before and they got a credit card charge back, or the address was a non-deliverable address, anything like in this case scenario, they reported it as a bad egg, it will show up here in red as a bad egg. Then, well, you decide if you really want to ship there or not. But in case of the live birds I shipped this morning, okay, this is a different zip code now, but I basically checked the weather forecast and it was not too hot at the destination address. They will be there probably by Wednesday, latest Thursday. Fun fact, I shipped to this customer actually before, and the live birds, they got there within 2 days. Shipped on a Monday, they arrived on a Wednesday. So 2 transit days really. Because I went, close to the closure of the post office shortly before 4 p.m. I dropped them off and the customer had them on Wednesday morning already. Pretty awesome. From New Jersey to Los Angeles. I shipped in the same months from Central Jersey to South Jersey, and same amount of birds, same shipping label, same service, everything. It took 1 day extra within the same state than going across the entire country. Pretty interesting learning. So, yeah. Anyway, you got the idea now about the risk assessment here. If the address is known to be a good one or a bad one or unknown, and the destination weather, right? So if you ship anything perishable, it's great to have a little forecast of the destination zip code here. You get your shipping rates here. Select what you need. You can top up your balance here. Here's a couple of settings you can check out. Right, if depending on what you want to see in here as well, as a drop down, your most used types, right? You don't have to configure them, you just have to select what you want to see, and that's it. Then this is being shown to you, and that's it. Really easy, straightforward functionality here. Okay, I think I'm running out of time because I have to head over to do my live stream on Amazon now, and I can show you where I'm going. So there you're gonna meet my little doggy, Hazel. So yeah, we have been live last week, but now we're gonna be live again in the next 15 minutes, promoting our lovely farm products here. And it's always interesting because I never know how Hazel reacts. I mean, she's a well-trained doggy, but I typically break some eggs when it happens. Well, this year so far, knock on wood, not too much breakage, but we shall see how it goes today. Anyway, I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching this live stream or the replay. If you watch the replay, please leave us a subscribe and follow. If you have any questions, leave a comment. You saw early on also how to get in touch with me if you need any help with the software. Other than that, I want to wish you guys a successful week ahead. Stay healthy out there, and I see you next week around 7 p.m. Eastern again when we bring you the news about QuailOS, what's new. Over the summer, we're going to do some more detailed webinars and all that good stuff that you learn how to use our simple-to-use software and now the Android app to your advantage. So thanks again for watching and see you next time.
QuailOS.com. Thank you for watching.